More than 90% of solar panels are not recycled and are instead disposed of in landfills. Over the course of 50 years, it is evident that solar panel technology has made significant strides. Nevertheless, it is apparent that efficient and extensive worldwide recycling of solar panels is still lacking. Every year, tens of millions of solar panels are installed in the United States alone, indicating that the global number of installed panels surpasses 100 million annually. However, there is a significant lack of operational recycling facilities to handle the disposal of these panels. As of 2022, only 2 recycling facilities exist in California, also known as the Sunshine State. Photovoltaics are a focal point within the all-energy realm due to their versatility in application and affordability. They are the subject of intense scrutiny and examination. Solar panels have become ubiquitous in modern society. They are employed in a range of applications, from large-scale solar farms that produce gigawatts of power to commercial buildings and parking lots that generate hundreds of kilowatts of energy. Even homes have adopted this technology, with around 5 kilowatts of generating capacity per panel, and in some cases it has revolutionized the lives of people in remote, impoverished areas, where a single solar panel and car battery can make a significant difference. These communities can be found all over the world, on every continent. The world's largest solar farm, the Golmud Solar Park, is located in China and operates with an installed solar capacity of 2.8 gigawatts, utilizing nearly 7 million solar panels. The park plans to boost its capacity to 16 gigawatts within the next 5 years. To provide some perspective, a single gigawatt of power would be enough to sustain 1 million households in the United Kingdom for a duration of 1 hour. Alternatively, it could power around 100 million LED light bulbs for the same amount of time. The one issue that all face is the eventual disposal of their waste. Although some countries like France have managed to achieve over 90% recycling efficiency in their disposal facilities, many millions of waste materials have been carelessly dumped in landfills with no indication of a change in the foreseeable future. According to a collaborative study conducted by the International Renewable Energy Agency and the National Renewable Energy Laboratory of the US Department of Energy, in a global warming scenario where the temperature increases by 1.5 degrees Celsius, the total worth of materials that can be repurposed from discarded solar photovoltaic components is expected to be about $4 billion by the year 2040 and $8.8 billion by the year 2050. These are the initial estimates of the study. Jinlei Feng, one of the authors of the upcoming report titled End-of-Life Management of Solar PV in the Energy Transition Enabling Circular Economy, has stated that the majority of materials that can be recycled by value will be made up of silver, copper and aluminum. During the 13th Assembly of IRENA in January, he delivered a speech stating that within the time frame of 2019 to 2021, over 100 gigawatts of solar power capacity were installed. This sudden surge of solar power capacity may result in a significant increase in waste accumulation within the next 25 years. Feng stated that the demand for certain materials, such as glass, aluminum paste, aluminum frames and silver, will continue to rise for crystalline silicon solar PV technology. Specifically, silver made up 9% of the total value of materials necessary for global solar PV production in 2020. It is projected that there will be over 210 million tons of solar photovoltaic waste worldwide by the year 2050. The majority of this waste, comprising over 75% of the total, will be generated beyond 2040. In addition, 40% of this amount will be generated in the final 5 years between 2045 and 2050. According to estimates, the production of waste from solar photovoltaic panels will reach 10 million tons annually by the year 2040. This amount is predicted to double and reach 20 million tons by the year 2050. According to him, there are only a handful of nations with initiatives to back the advancement of PV recycling in the context of realizing a circular economy. He emphasized that there is an urgent need for policies, programs and cooperation between stakeholders. To date, it appears that there is only a single panel that is entirely recyclable, which has been released to the market. This panel was created by Solarge, a PV manufacturer based in the Netherlands. According to the company, a paradigm shift is necessary to unlock the complete potential of solar energy. Econcore and Solarge had plans to release a new solar panel that was fully circular, meaning that it could be recycled completely at the JC World event in April of 2023. This new panel would also have the added benefit of reducing the weight of rooftops by up to 65%. At present, there are two dominant categories of solar cells that are widely used, while a third variant seems to be on the brink of release. It is generally approximated that the typical lifespan of each category of solar cell is roughly 20 years. The current market is primarily dominated by the silicon-based type, which makes up around 90% of the total. Thin-film solar is another type of solar technology. It consists of three sub-technologies, one of which is called SIGS: copper, indium, gallium, selenide. SIGS is a layer made up of various metals such as silver and indium. Among commercially available solar technologies, thin-film solar cells are the most efficient. The versatility of indium and silver is notable in their ability to be molded and modified for various purposes. However, the challenge lies in the high demand for these materials, leading to an escalation in production and subsequently an increase in waste material. This waste material contains a blend of valuable metals and dangerous substances, posing a threat to the environment and human health. The ability to distinguish desirable metals from other materials is of great significance, not only in terms of economic value, but also in preserving the environment, as they can be repurposed for future use. In the early phases of commercialization, the third PV family, known as PSCs, uses perovskites as a foundation. These minerals are a subset of crystalline materials with semiconductor characteristics, which have the potential to be utilized for solar cells in the future. The perovskites are lightweight, pliable, and low cost, making them an attractive option for solar technology. The manufacture of perovskite materials, which include methylammonium, lead halides, and all-inorganic cesium lead halide, is not only simple but also cost-effective. The use of PSCs in solar systems has the potential to be much more efficient than traditional silicon and thin film systems. Not only that, the composition of PSCs suggests that they may be more easily recycled and have a higher likelihood of materials recovery. Finally, there has been a surge in funding towards research on recycling photovoltaic (PV) cells. The potential impact of this research in creating a closed-loop energy economy is immense and has largely been overlooked thus far. The initial instance of present photovoltaic PV recycling research involves the search for a method that is both eco-friendly and efficient. This method would be used to recover valuable metals from solar cells with a thin film in a more optimal way. The team of researchers at Chalmers University of Technology, Sweden, is developing a methodology that has the potential to bring about more efficient and versatile solar cells. According to Chalmers PhD student Ioana Teknetsi, the elimination of pollutants and the recycling of materials is of utmost importance to ensure that they are restored to their cleanest state. However, the methods used to achieve this end have, up until now, employed high temperatures and a significant quantity of chemicals, which are both expensive and detrimental to the environment. Our research focused on two primary factors: the purity of the metals and their recyclability in an eco-friendly manner. In order to achieve these goals, we examined the process of separating metals in thin-film solar cells using an approach called leaching. This method involves using acidic solutions to dissolve the metals in a gentler manner, thus minimizing any harmful effects on the environment. In comparison to previous methods of leaching, chemicals are still necessary, however, their usage has been significantly reduced. In order to ensure the purity of the indium and silver that were retrieved, we conducted assessments on the concentrations of any potential contaminants. It was discovered that the optimization process can effectively decrease the presence of these impurities. The team has successfully shown that the retrieval of all silver and most of the indium is feasible. As of now, approximately 85% of the indium has been recovered. The process occurs at ambient temperature and does not require any additional thermal energy. Although it takes a bit longer than the current processing methods, lasting a full day, it is proposed to be more economically feasible and ecologically sound. Across the globe, a revolutionary microwave technology, established at Macquarie University in Australia, is expected to enhance the production of silicon solar cells, as well as enable their effortless recycling. Simultaneously, on the other side of the planet, this advancement is taking place. In the manufacturing of solar panels, the element silicon undergoes various high-temperature procedures termed annealing. At present, the cells are processed by baking them inside an oven. Dr. Binesh Putan-Vitil, a senior lecturer at the School of Engineering, led the Macquarie team in proving that microwave radiation heating is almost as efficient as traditional heating methods. This alternative method not only saves a considerable amount of time and energy, but also offers other benefits. Due to the selective heating properties of microwave radiation on silicon, it has been found that the effects are nearly instantaneous, leading to substantial energy savings. Dr. Vitil explains that utilizing microwave treatment on plastic, specifically ethylene vinyl acetate, that safeguards a PV panel's silicon plate from moisture and impurities, results in the plastic becoming pliant enough to be removed mechanically. As a result, the silicon plate can be delaminated with ease, and its components can be repurposed sans the use of harsh chemicals. Dr. Vitil notes that prior to recent developments, it was more financially practical to dispose of solar panels in landfills. Recycling was a rare occurrence, and when it did happen, it involved crushing the panels and subjecting them to high temperatures of approximately 1,400 degrees C. This process also includes the use of chemicals to extract plastic, which is both energy-intensive and resource-consuming. As the solar panels that were installed in large quantities about 2 to 3 decades ago are approaching the end of their lifespan and being taken out of commission, governments are now requiring that they be recycled. Several other sustainable energy projects involving solar cells are underway at Macquarie, and it is coincidentally so that they are experimenting with the use of microwave annealing when constructing perovskite solar cells. The efficiency of solar cells was found to be superior when exposed to microwave radiation as compared to traditional annealing techniques, but the explanation for this phenomenon remains unclear. The purpose of this ongoing research is in part to provide an answer to this question. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.